ultimate overall winner is competitor number 83, Brooke.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to week 4 of the Vegan Body Reboot Challenge. I'm getting my day started by doing my skincare. So I'm just gonna wash my face here with this, it's called Morris Code Beauty Skin Balance Cleanser. I have struggled with acne ever since I had SIBO, because typically the bacteria in your gut can cause issues with your skin. It's a very common thing with SIBO and gut issues. If you have an imbalance with the bacteria in your gut, it also impacts your skin. Some people get eczema, some people get rosacea. For me, I had really terrible acne. My skin has definitely come a long way. It has pretty much all cleared up since I healed my gut, but I still just have sensitive skin now. So I think it's just something I'll probably always deal with. I go to this skincare clinic and I have this customized skincare routine because that's how sensitive my skin is. I'm actually having a breakout right now. I had a little pimple come up here and I had one come up here and here because my stupid ass deviated from my skincare and I did a face mask just at home, nothing fancy, and it caused this. So my skincare professional, she always tells me, stick with your plan, follow your plan, don't deviate, don't try anything new, don't try anything crazy. And she was right. I should have listened, but I'm back on it now, and I've really learned so much from her that skincare is very individualized. You can read about a lot of things on the internet that help with acne, but truly everyone's skin is different. I've tried so many things for years. I tried witch hazel, I tried tretinoin, I tried antibiotics, I tried spironolactone, I tried literally anything and everything, tea tree oil, the anti-fungus cleansers, I mean, you name it, I tried it. I finally got some really good results by going to this clinic and then getting some customized skincare. If you're struggling with acne, first, definitely make sure that you have a healthy gut. I think that's first and foremost because I wouldn't have made it this far if I was still dealing with an unhealthy gut. Then make sure that you are not listening to people on the internet. You're not listening to ChatGPT. You need to go to someone who knows what they're doing and is really educated on skin, and they can give you customized skincare for your specific issues, because there are a lot of things that work for people, but if you are prone to like cystic acne, you have very sensitive skin, you have a compromised skin barrier, you're in a whole different category. And that's what I realized. I realized that I can't just do tretinoin and witch hazel, whatever, all this stuff people are doing on the internet, because I actually have a condition. Like, having acne is a condition, so you have to treat it as such. Maybe I could make a video on my skincare if you guys are interested. I've spent so much freaking money trying to get it here. It's a work in progress, but you know, this is what real skin looks like. I post a lot of my videos on here without makeup. Sometimes I wear makeup, but to be honest with you, I just try to let my skin breathe most of the time when I can, because I find I have the best clarity in my skin when I wear less makeup. After I cleanse, I do my little red light mask. I got this for Christmas. I do this for 10 minutes, and I do really like this. I think these are great. A lot of people DM me and they're like, is it worth it? I feel like if you have scarring and acne, if you have a specific skin condition, I do think these are worth it. I don't think you're gonna see a huge difference if you have perfect, flawless skin already. I wouldn't waste money. Well, I don't know if it would be a waste of money, but I wouldn't spend like hundreds of dollars on a mask like this if you have perfect skin. But as you guys can see, and you guys have seen before, because I don't wear makeup in a lot of my videos now, I have a lot of scarring still, and redness and inflammation. I find that this really helps with that. I have to be consistent with it, so I have to do it every day and pretty religiously, and I've been doing this for, I mean, probably 3 years, like since I got sick with SIBO, and I do think it makes a difference in the appearance of scars and spots if you stay really consistent and also have a good skincare regimen. It's like an addition to what you're doing. I would really only invest in one of these if you have a condition like acne, rosacea, maybe hyperpigmentation, like if you are really struggling with your skin. Yeah, let's throw this on. This is how Miss Meatless Muscle starts her day. And then now I'm gonna go do my gut health cocktail from my last video. take my supplements and my meds, and then I'll meet you guys for breakfast. Okay, I am making breakfast. This is gonna be my pre-workout meal. I've got legs today. I know you guys always like to see the leg days. I'm just chopping up some bell pepper, and I'm going to throw that in the skillet, cook those for a minute, and then I'm using the other half of my soy-free tofu, which will give me about 32 grams of protein. I'm just going to add some avocado for some fat, and probably a little bit of brown rice, because I do need some carbs before leg day. Okay, so once my peppers are just a little bit brown on the edges, I'm gonna crumble my half a block of soy-free tofu into the skillet, and then I'll just kind of let this saute for a minute or two, and then add my spices. Okay, so I'm gonna be adding some salt, black pepper, garlic salt, a little bit of oregano, and some spicy salsa. And salsa is a really good way to add flavor to your meal because it is super low calorie, very clean usually. So it's a great way to add a little bit of something to your meal without adding a lot of calories. Okay, so you guys know I love these little microwavable rice packets. The great thing about these is I usually can get like 3 meals out of these. It comes in a pack of 2. But really it's like 6 servings for me. So I'm just gonna do half a cup of brown rice, and I'm gonna put that underneath the soy-free tofu scramble. And it's just gonna give me a little bit of carbs. It's about 100 calories for half a cup of rice. And then the tofu scramble is gonna be about 140-ish calories. So in total, the whole meal is gonna be around 200 to 300 calories. And 35 grams of protein. And here is the final meal. Again, super quick and easy, really delicious. You can flavor it however you want to, but this is just another example of a way that you can get a high protein vegan meal in with limited ingredients, and it tastes really good. So I'm gonna finish this, and then I will meet you guys at Georgia Fitness for leg day. I just got to the gym. I wanted to just give a quick update on how the challenge is going and my progress while I wait for my pre-workout to kick in. But I'm super happy. I've been putting in the work, and I am down 8 pounds, which is awesome. I'm halfway through the challenge, and I'm so close to my goal. I weighed in at 158. That's been my lowest weight since I started the challenge. I'm very close to 155. I'm only 3 pounds away from my goal. So I think that's very doable, very achievable within the next couple of weeks. Very proud of myself. And I've had a lot of challenges. A snowstorm hit us here in Atlanta, and that made it very difficult to get steps in. Groceries were a nightmare, but I still managed to stay on track. I also lost my grandfather this past weekend. I don't want to talk too much about it because I know I'll cry. It was very emotionally heavy, but I know myself, and I know that I'm only going to make things harder on myself if I don't move my body, slam my body with a bunch of the wrong foods. And I don't need to make myself feel worse. While I'm grieving, I need to support myself and support my health, because mental health and physical health are directly related. I know that it's important for me to take care of myself during this time. My movement is my therapy, so it does really help me. I cry here and there, you know. Overall, it has really, really helped me get through the week, just fueling my body properly, moving my body, and taking care of myself. So with all of that in mind, I'm really proud of the progress I've made, and I'm excited to keep going. So my plan is to get down to 155, and I'll probably keep going because I would like to be a little bit more shredded. I've seen a lot of changes in my arms, my face, and my core. I definitely have lost some muscle since I competed last year, which is to be expected. My plan is to get as shredded and lean as I want to be, and then I'm going to reverse diet into a building phase and work on building my legs and my glutes back. Right now, it doesn't make sense for me to focus on building my legs and glutes when I'm in a deficit and I'm trying to get really ripped and shredded. That's my game plan. Probably that entire game plan is going to take me the rest of the year. I'll need to cut down, and then I'll need to probably spend at least 6 months building my legs and my glutes again. That's what I'm kind of looking at as far as the rest of the year goes for my goals. The other problem I've had with muscle loss is that I've been managing a bulging disc in my lumbar spine, and I've had this for many years, and I've managed it really well. It's just been giving me a lot of issues recently, so I've really had to adjust my training, and I don't train nearly as heavy as I used to. It's kind of sad, honestly. I used to just train like an animal on leg days, and I would lift so heavy, but I just can't train like that anymore. So I have to do a lot of isolation movements, a lot of unilateral movements, lighter weights, higher reps, and there's just some exercises I can't do. Like, I just can't do deadlifts, I can't do traditional squats, I can't do leg press, or I will have issues. I've had to modify my training quite a bit, and it has definitely impacted the size of my lower body. Speaking of my grandfather had back issues, and he really suffered for most of my life, and I don't want to be in the kind of pain that he was in, so I am prioritizing my back over my aesthetic goals. That's way more important to me, and I've been in pain, really bad pain at some points where I couldn't sleep at night. I just couldn't even get through my day. It was really horrible. I would say most days I'm pain-free now. Changing my training has helped a lot, and the other thing is too, being very careful with core exercises. I notice the more core that I do, like planks, for example, if I do certain leg raises, things like that, I will really have a lot of issues, which was surprising because for a while I blamed my leg days, and I was thinking it was my leg days, and it was a lot of the core exercises that my orthopedist told me to do. Once I cut those movements out, my pain reduced probably by 50%. I do other things to manage my pain too. So I have an acupressure mat, and I have a yoga wheel, and I do those things every single night to help stay out of pain. With that, modifying my training, going to a chiropractor rather frequently, I've been able to have pretty good results. With that being said, my leg day today is part of the challenge, but it is heavily modified because there's just a lot of exercises that I can't do. You'll notice today, if you guys are watching this and you're doing the challenge, you're a challenge contestant, it is a little bit different than what you're doing. But that's just because for me, I have to be very careful. I can't do any spine loaded movements or anything that would trigger that bulging disc. So again, I think this is a good moment to point out, like, you guys, if you have an injury, if you have some sort of genetic condition, I also have scoliosis on top of this bulging disc, you need a very specific customized training plan. You should not be pushing through pain. I did that for many years when I was young, just, thinking it was muscular pain, but it was joint pain, and that's part of why I'm in the position that I'm in. Don't push through pain. You need to make sure that you have a plan that is going to support your body and not push you in the wrong direction. With that, let's go hit legs. This is going to be a glute and hamstring focused leg day, modified for my spine injury. I'm gonna do a little bit of cardio too. Do need to do my cardio today. I've got 30 minutes, 5 days a week still. Lastly, this is my grandpa's hat. He's a veteran. He was an airborne ranger. And I'm not usually a girl who wears hats in the gym. I'm not a big hat girl, but I'm gonna wear this today because it reminds me of him, and he wore this all the time. Kind of looks good with my Top Gun jacket. With that, let's go have an awesome leg day. Alright guys, it is time to eat my post-workout meal. I'm so hungry. I have some Beyond unbreaded chicken in the air fryer. I've shown this before in my previous videos. Let me get the bag. So this is what it looks like. I buy it at Sprouts, and it's definitely one of the better Beyond products in terms of macros and ingredients. It does have soy and wheat, so something to be aware of. if you have allergies, but the macros are really solid. For 130 calories, it's only 2.5 grams of fat and 5 grams of carbs and 21 grams of protein. So it's kind of comparable to real chicken. So I'm doing a full cup. That's gonna be my protein source. And then, like I said earlier, I have some avocado I'm going to have for my fat. And then my carb is one of my absolute favorites, taco flavored cream of rice. So a lot of times you'll see sweet cream of rice with like peanut butter and protein powder, and I do love it that way, but this taco one is so good. And it's quick and easy. So again, this is a meal that you could come home and prepare in less than 10 minutes. So I'm gonna weigh my Pride Foods cream of rice, and they have all sorts of different flavors. They have a lot of sweet flavors like a peanut butter, a chocolate brownie, blueberry muffin, strawberry banana. Definitely check out Pride Foods if you guys want a quick and easy carb that tastes amazing. I'll put the link for Pride Foods in my description. And if you guys want a little bit of a discount, use my code Miss Meatless. So I'm going to put some water in the bowl and then microwave it. You would make cream of rice. If you haven't had cream of rice before, you're really missing out. It's very similar to how you would make oats. So it comes out of the microwave, very thick and creamy, if you will. So I'm just going to throw everything on top. So this is what the Beyond chicken looks like once you air fry it. It is so crispy and so good. Okay, so here's the final product. I added about 30 grams of avocado, some broccoli I'd made earlier from the week, my Beyond chicken, and now we have a delicious high protein vegan meal. This is about 25 grams of protein. So I'm going to enjoy this before I have to film my podcast with Belinda. I will catch up with you guys after. Okay, so here is my next meal. This is about 20 grams of protein. I've got half a cup of jasmine rice, and then I have some mixed veggies that I sauteed, and then 1 serving of daring chicken, the naked one. So this is just a really clean, simple vegan meal. Not a lot of ingredients, which, as you guys are noticing, that's how most of my meals are. I really just prefer to keep my meals simple like this, so I usually will just pick a protein, a carb, and a veggie when I'm putting my meals together, because I just know me, and I know the more complicated it is, the more ingredients, the more prep time, the more cook time, I'm just not gonna do it. I've kept my nutrition very simple for many years. This is what works well for my clients too. Trying to create all of these recipes for every single meal is just not sustainable long term. You really should just keep it simple. Just make your food taste good with different spices and seasonings. So I use some sugar-free teriyaki sauce for this meal to make it taste good. Of course, salt, pepper, some herbs and spices and things like that. The simpler you keep your meals, the more likely you're gonna be able to stick with it. All right, guys, last meal here. Not super hungry, so I'm just gonna have my peanut butter toast. I have this protein bread by Primal Bakery. It's got 16 grams of protein for both pieces. It's made out of a lot of seeds and nuts, so it's low carb, a little bit higher in fat. And then I just use this powdered peanut butter here to put on top instead of regular peanut butter, just to save some calories. And I usually put banana on this, but my bananas are so green, so they're probably so bitter. So I'm gonna hold off and just do this for now, but it's just another easy 20 grams of protein, and I whipped this up in just a few minutes.